guys, welcome to my channel. I've decided to make a video today about romanticizing your life in the fall, getting out of a funk. I've been in a little bit of a funk lately. If you saw my vlog over the weekend, you saw that I had kind of a rough weekend. I'm in my third trimester of pregnancy and just feeling extremely emotional about things that like normally wouldn't make me emotional, I feel like. And just the normal everyday like Groundhog Day feeling of being a stay-at-home mom. And I'm sure this is true of any parent, not just a stay-at-home mom. If you have a full-time job, which I used to have, that also can start feeling like Groundhog Day, where it's just every day's the same and you're just slogging through, you're in survival mode. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And this is my favorite season. And I want to get out of this slump and I want to enjoy it. So today I'm kind of trying to intentionally do a few things that I think are going to just brighten my mood a little bit. I do have my older daughters at school, but I do have my almost 2-year-old with me all day. So it's not like I'm taking a day off and having like a whole self-care day, but I wanted to just give some ideas on how to incorporate just those little moments of self-care, those little moments that are kind of for you throughout your day that just recharge you. Because I feel like as moms, we're constantly pouring into everyone else, especially when we have really young children. And I feel like that's just this stage. Your life is just, and your time are just not really your own right now because you're busy raising these tiny humans, which is a really noble job, but you also can't pour from an empty cup. So today I'm gonna go through and just do a few things to kind of try to brighten my mood, get myself out of this slump, and hopefully give a few ideas on how you can do that too, so that you can really enjoy this beautiful autumn season. One of the things that I think really helps, especially as a stay-at-home mom, is to try to get out of the house a little bit every day and go somewhere, get some fresh air. There's nothing that can make me feel like I'm losing my mind faster than being stuck inside all day.
Hi, welcome to Lee's Difference. Can we get you started with some food today?
No thanks. Can I just get a grande hot pumpkin spice latte?
A grande hot pumpkin spice latte?
Our first stop was Starbucks because another good way to treat yourself is to literally treat yourself to something delicious. So I got a pumpkin spice latte, which is my favorite drink. Oh, that first sip of a PSL. Favorite drink ever. Our next stop was the park. When I was going to school for my undergrad degree for teaching, one of my professors said, engaged kids are behaved kids. And that is one of the best pieces of advice I've gotten as a parent too. So you'll kind of see that as a theme through the day today. I try to give my kids fun things to do, and they're less likely to get bored and grumpy and act out and things like that. Of course, we don't go out and do really fun things every day, but it is a good way to keep them happy, get your own fresh air, and keep yourself happy too. What do you want? A cookie? What else? Do you see the duckies? It was just such a beautiful fall day. The leaves were changing. There were so many ducks on the pond, and it was good for my heart. And I think Emma really had a good time too. Next, we went to this cute little farmer's market with a little gift shop with all kinds of fun fall decor and pumpkins, just to get more of those fall feels and to wear Emma out a little bit more before nap time. Emma is down for her nap, and I spent a while trying to get my things on my to-do list done. I never ever relax during her nap time. That's like my most productive time of day because I can actually get things done uninterrupted. But today I'm just making an exception, and I made kind of a short to-do list. I went through it quickly, and I'm just going to give myself some downtime. So every once in a while, I think that's important. And I know if you're not a stay-at-home mom, you could do this like after the kids are asleep, but I think it is important to have some time each day that's just like me time. Or at least a few times a week where you're either watching a show that you enjoy or doing a hobby that you enjoy or listening to a podcast or something like that. So today I am going to read a little bit of my book while I wait for Emma to wake up. I am currently reading some cozy mysteries for a video, actually. So right now I'm reading Death of a Pumpkin Carver. Not loving it so far, but I guess you'll have to check out that reading vlog to see my final thoughts. But anyway, I really want to read this one, but I need to read the 3 books that I have planned for that video first. So I think I'm gonna force myself to read this one today. Another good way to romanticize your life is to involve your senses. So a candle that smells really good or a treat that is delicious, maybe a cozy blanket or a warm bubble bath. Just think of different ways that you can involve all of your senses and really immerse yourself in those special moments that are just for you during your everyday life. And I thought I would share some of my books that are on my TBR. I don't read things during certain, I don't have like an October TBR or anything like that because I don't like to buy books very often when I can get them for free through the Libby app. So I'm kind of at the mercy of whenever the books I have on hold are available. But the first one that I actually do have right now is These Fleeting Shadows. I heard that Katie Alice Marshall is one of those writers that writes really atmospheric stories that are good to read like around Halloween time. So I put a bunch of her books on hold, and this one is available. And then the rest of my TBR is basically just all the books I have on hold currently. I probably am not going to read that one. I put a bunch of Colleen Hoover books on hold when I had never read one yet, and now I've read 4 or 5, and I realize I really don't like her books, so I might just cancel that one. I'm not sure. I'm still deciding if I want to read it. Jill Duggar's book, Counting the Cost. I cannot wait to read that one. That's one that I did almost buy, but it looks like I only have about 8 more weeks, so yay. I also want to read Ginger Volo's book, which is Jill Duggar's sister. Another Kate Alice Marshall book, Rules for Vanishing. I really don't know the synopsis of that. I just know that I heard her books were good to read this time of year, so hopefully it'll be available. The Changeling, I heard was good. I cannot even remember what it's about. I feel like it's about their son disappears or something. I'm not sure. I want to read an Agatha Christie book for my cozy mystery vlog. I'm probably going to have to buckle down and buy it because I don't think I can wait 10 weeks to read it for that video to come out. I heard Lisa Jewell's book, None of This Is True, was good. The Narrows, that one is another Kate Alice Marshall book. Alice Feeney is my favorite, well, not my favorite author, but one of my favorite authors, and this is her newest release, Good Bad Girl, so several months, who knows when that will be available, but looking forward to reading that. Hidden Pictures, this one I think is about a little boy, this lady becomes his nanny, and he draws these pictures, and they start out really innocent, and then they get like creepier and creepier. So that one sounds really interesting to me. I can't wait to read that one. Just the nicest couple. I like Mary Kubica. I think her books are usually pretty suspenseful, and she usually has some good twists and turns. So Shatter Me is the first book in a series. I think it's like fantasy. I had just heard that it was really good. If I hear from like booktubers that I trust, I just put it on my TBR. So, whoops. So there's that one. Another Kate Alice Marshall book, What Lies in the Woods. That sounds creepy. The House in the Pines. I'm thinking of Ending Things. I've heard this one has like really mixed reviews, so I just wanted to check it out to see what I think. Fourth Wing, this is a really popular, I think, fantasy series. The first book, I've heard really, really good things, so I wanted to check it out. And then Frida McFadden, Ward D. I like her books to listen to as audiobooks because they're just really quick and straightforward, and you don't have to think a lot, but they're fun. They've got a lot of twists and turns. I like to listen to it while I'm cleaning or driving to my speech clients' houses and things like that. This one I read halfway, and then I ran out of time before I had to renew it, so I decided to get the I was liking it, but not loving it. I wasn't like super into it. I thought it was a little slow. So I thought I would just get the audiobook and finish it that way. And then just another Frida McFadden book. I'm honestly not even sure what this one's about, but hers are all, I feel like they have similar vibes. So I'm sure I'll probably like this one too. So those are all the books that I am wanting to read right now. I also wanted to just shout out a couple of my favorite podcasts. I think this is a great way to have something to listen to while you're also getting things done. I have a couple that are great for this spooky season time of year. The first one is National Park After Dark, and this is just a bunch of different stories of things that have happened in national parks, whether it's true crime or something to do with animals or just strange stories and strange phenomenon, but it is great. A little bit spooky, but not too scary. I'm a wimp, so if I can handle it, you can. Along those same lines, another one that I like to listen to is Sinisterhood. It's a lot of like urban legends, true crime, again, strange phenomenons, just spooky things, but again, not too scary. The next few are not necessarily good to read around Halloween time, but really any time. I'm a huge reader, so I love to listen to the Currently Reading podcast. One of the things I love about it is they get right into the book talk. I don't love it when podcasts talk for 30 minutes about things that have nothing to do with the episode. So this one gets right into it, and they talk about books that they've recently read and different topics regarding reading, and it's just a cozy listen. I have not actually listened to this one in a while, but I used to listen to a lot when I had a really long commute to work. It's Pop Culture Happy Hour, and it's just these people discussing things that are big in pop culture, whether it's movies or TV shows or things like that. And it's just a really feel-good type of podcast. They always talk about what's making them happy this week, and that part is always just fun to listen to too. And then just a couple of my favorite Disney podcasts real quick for those of you that are also into Disney. The Be Our Guest podcast has over 2,000 episodes, and I've listened to a lot of them. The hosts are just so upbeat and happy, and they release like 3 episodes a week, so there's a lot. But I used to listen to that one all the time when I had a long commute too, and they just talk about all kinds of different topics. They have trip reports on Monday, listener questions on Wednesday, and then just some kind of random fun topic on Friday. So highly recommend that one. And then finally, my last Disney podcast recommendation is the Disneyville podcast. It's kind of a newer podcast. It just started a few months ago, but if you know Tyler and Jessica Braun from their YouTube channels, it's their Disney podcast. And they just talk about a bunch of fun topics. They play different games and stuff. And somehow the way they talk about Disney just like really makes my heart happy, and it makes me feel like I'm there for a few minutes, if you'll excuse me being a huge Disney nerd. But that one is really good. It only comes out every other week, but I look forward to the new episode the whole time I'm waiting for it. So I hope all those recommendations give you some ideas of some new things you could try, just to kind of treat yourself a little bit. I didn't even realize I have I always have one AirPod in, I feel like, because oftentimes I'm listening to something, but I also want to be able to hear my kids. Like I want to hear Emma if she wakes up. So this is what I always look like walking around the house. But I do think that there's a balance, like, and I've been struggling with this myself lately. I think that it's good to have those little escapes through the day. I think it helps us keep our sanity, but then you can go too far where you're just completely like disconnected from your kids. So I'm trying to find a good balance. So yeah, I don't want to be listening to something else all the time, like while I'm trying to play with them and stuff. But while I'm getting stuff done or making dinner or whatever, I feel like that's just like a little bit of self-care, a little bit of me time, even while I am getting other things done. So podcasts and audiobooks are great. Even YouTube videos, I watch a lot or listen to different commentary channels and things like that. So yeah, I feel like that helps a lot. That boosts my mood and my mental health a little bit throughout the day. And if you want any more fall recommendations, I made a whole video about my favorite movies, books, and TV shows during the fall time. And I go into a lot of detail there and just suggest a lot of different things. So you can check out that video too. I'll link it below. So fast forwarding to later that night after dinner, Scarlett put together this tiny little haunted house. It's kind of like a gingerbread house. Going back to the whole engaged kids or behaved kids thing, I like to have little activities sometimes for her to do when she gets home, just so she's not bored and doesn't want to be, on the tablet or the Switch the whole time. She makes one of these little haunted houses every year, and she loves to make it look like there was just like some kind of huge disaster or something. So I love the way her mind works and her creativity. So that's what we did to end the evening this night, and it was a lot of fun. And of course, I do want to say it's important for kids to have a lot of free play too. They shouldn't have every moment planned out, I don't think, but a balance is good. Some things that are planned and some things that are free play. Alright guys, it is the next day now. I was going to close out this video last night, but as soon as my girls were in bed, I was just so tired. I basically went right to sleep too. So today I'm here to just kind of close things out. I thought about something today though that I wanted to say before I end the video, and that is, if you're a mom, don't be afraid to accept help. So today I had a speech therapy session this afternoon, and my mother-in-law was watching Emma and getting Scarlett off the bus, and she texted me on my way home and she's like, just take some time. I'll keep them for a little while. Just come pick them up at 7. So that gave me a couple of hours to myself. And I almost said like, oh no, it's okay. Like I felt bad. I didn't want her to have to watch them for so long. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, well, it's probably a blessing to her to spend time with her grandkids. And it's definitely a blessing to me after I don't know if I mentioned, but Luke has been out of town all week and last week. For work, so I'm run a little ragged right now, I feel like, but I was thinking about it. I'm like, all right, this would be good for my mental health. I could have a couple hours to myself and then go pick them up and feel a lot more refreshed and in a better mood to spend time with them this evening. So I was like, okay, thank you so much. And then I went out to my favorite Thai restaurant, and it's like my favorite food in the world. I say my favorite Thai restaurant. I live out in the middle of the country. It's like literally the most random Thai restaurant out in the middle of the country, but it is so delicious. Anyway, side note. So I treated myself to that. And then I was just sitting here watching a stupid reality TV show, Love is Blind. Let me know if you're watching it and what you think of this season. But anyway, I think part of self-care, part of romanticizing your life is accepting help when it is offered to you. And it's hard to do, but like I feel so good now. I'm like ready to go pick up the girls and enjoy the rest of our night together. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And I hope if you watched it today that it gave you some ideas on how you can brighten your mood, improve your mental health a little bit. And not only that, but I hope it helps you give yourself permission to have some self-care, give yourself some time to yourself. You don't always have to be productive. And in fact, if we never rest, we're going to burn out eventually. So take some time today, slow down, be mindful, pray, read your Bible. Those are also things that help if faith is a part of your life like it is mine. And just don't run yourself ragged. This is such a beautiful time of year, and I hope that you can really soak it in and enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I pray that you have a blessed day and that you are feeling good and that this video brought you a little bit of joy, and I will see you guys next time.